Red's Food Reviews.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be trying the Mad Italian. A couple things here. Of course, we're gonna run the three, we always do. Main, side, wild card. But before we try the food, a little bit about the restaurant. The Mad Italian is a local restaurant. It's one of one. There is no other franchises of it. It's located in the Willoughby Town Center, which was built fairly recently, and it's been since the start of the Willoughby Town Center. It opened in 2016, and it's been around since, survived the pandemic. It's been doing good. We're gonna try out their food though and see how that tastes. We're gonna rate it, and let's get into it. And of course, like always, we're gonna be rating with our 5 stars out of 50. So whatever it is out of 50, let's say 38 out of 50, that's 3.8 stars out of 50. We're gonna be doing that rating like always. If you don't quite understand the ratings, you can go look at the first video. I explained it there. And so let's review our food. So first up that we got here is a classic. It's very well known. It's some pepperoni pizza. Looks quite good at first. A lot of pepperoni. The cheese looks melty. The crust really comes up in some of these spots and crisps up very nicely. Looks like a good one. I'm looking for a good sauce on this pepperoni pizza. So let's try it. See, we got our first slice. It's got some good flop. It's still hot. It's melty. Let's try it. So my first reaction, it is quite good. It is a bit more of a gooier type of pizza. The cheese is still very melty. Pepperoni, everything pulls right out of it. The crust is very nice too. It's soft with a good crisp. You can kind of hear it there. It's a very nice piece of pizza. Now the sauce, what I was looking for, didn't shine through as much as I would have hoped. There's still some strong flavors pulled from it, but it's not the sauce I was hoping for. I was hoping for a bit of a stronger, even a saltiness kind of taste to it, to maybe counteract the cheese, all the hardiness of the cheese and then the greasiness of the pepperoni. I was hoping for a bit of salt to bring that down and even. Didn't quite happen. That's okay. I'm gonna try another bite, but we're gonna target the crust a bit more because on pizza, crust is very important. Let's try it. So with that crust, it's a very nice crust. A little bit on the chewier side, which I like. And the chewiness isn't like overly like, oh, I keep having to chew. Like, it's just like a bit firm. I don't like the pizzas when it's like the crust is super hard and it's hard to get through and then you chew it forever. This crust is chewy, but in the right ways. I like it. It's very nice. And it's got a bit of char on there too. That actually adds a surprisingly nice flavor to it. I do like that. So this is not your average pepperoni pizza. It is definitely above average. It excels in very many ways, and a big part of it is it does things that other pizzas don't do. That's something I really like about it. Again, it's chewy, but in the right ways. The cheese stays gooey. The crust is very nice. The pepperonis are crisped on the end. It's a very good pepperoni pizza, and it's better than most chain restaurants, I would say. So when it comes to rating this, I'm gonna have to give this one a 9 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie, I was pretty surprised with this pizza going into this. Some people told me this wasn't the best restaurant. I kept my hopes up. They were definitely satisfied. I am surprised with this pizza. It's very nice. There's lots of seasoning all over it too. It's a very nice pizza. So with that 9 out of 10 rating, it's above good. It's great. The one thing I would say that's missing from it is a little bit of seasoning in the sauce, maybe a bit more saltiness, something to just kind of pull away from that extra cheese goo. The cheese goo is great, but it needs to all work together, and I think it's 9 out of 10. It's just missing that little bit. Another thing, this pepperoni pizza is so easy to keep eating. After each bite, it's like, oh, so much more. It could just keep happening. It doesn't feel cloggy. It's a very nice pizza. 9 out of 10. That was the main. The main was the pepperoni pizza. It's got that 9 out of 10 rating. So we're gonna move on to the side next, which is their Caesar salad. So for me, it's very hard to do a Caesar salad. Take a look here. Typical croutons, got Parmesan, lettuce, of course, and salad. Can't quite see the seasoning, that's okay. But I do see there's this huge chunk of onion in here. I don't know what that's about. I'm gonna look through. Okay, yeah, there's some other onion in here. It's not just the one. Looks to me a little piece of tomato in here too. So it's got some onion and tomato in there as well. So without further ado, let's try to get a nice bite with a couple of things in here. Good, hearty salad. The tomato surprisingly adds a lot. I really like that in there. The onion too. Adds a bit of zing. It's nice. I haven't quite tried one of these croutons. It's kind of hard to get. So we'll try one of those. So it is a nice garlic crouton. It's very nice. This all works together very nicely. It is a very nice salad. The sauce is a little bit on the underwhelming side. You don't really get too much of a Caesar flavor to it. The onion overpowers it a little bit, as well as the what's it called? The tomato. It can even overpower the sauce a little bit. Yeah, I don't get a whole lot of sauce in there, but the ingredients are very fresh. They taste good. Doesn't taste like anything been sitting. It's a good Caesar salad. So it was a pretty basic Caesar salad. You know, Caesar salads are hard to do wrong. They're pretty simple. I did like the addition of the tomato, but there's nothing in there that pushed me over the edge. It's basic. It's good. It's not great, but it's not bad. You know, it gets the job done. It's gonna get that 7 out of 10 ranking, which we saw a lot of in the last video. It's nothing special for me. To make it better would maybe be a bit of a better Caesar sauce, and then the tomatoes were good, but there was like 3 in the whole box. Maybe a bit more of the tomatoes, and then cut down on the onions. So the Caesar salad rating is 7 out of 10. So for the side, it's 7 out of 10. So for the next one, we got the garlic cheese bomb. I'm quite excited for this. For this one, this is what it looks like. It's like pizza, but it's just cheese and garlic, it looks like, and it's cut a bit differently. You can get a piece of this out. This is for our wild card option. If we get a look at it here, it's like a flatbread type of thing. We'll try some. Definitely a good cheese and garlic flavor. I like that a lot. There's surprisingly a lot of flavor and seasoning to it. It's quite simple though. You don't get hit with a lot of flavors. It's mainly that cheese flavor and then the seasoning. I'm not quite sure what it is. There's definitely a garlic in there, but there is some more. But it's not super extraordinary flavor. It just hits you with a strong blast of the one flavor. It's kind of garlicky flavor. The crust on it is pretty nice. I had a bit more off camera. The cheese is great. It is definitely a good option when you go there. I definitely like it. It's definitely a good wild card. It's not something you'd normally expect, but it is surprisingly good, and I liked it. Rating wise, I would have to give this an 8 out of 10. It's definitely better than average. The seasoning definitely pulled it out of being that 7 out of 10. For me to push it up higher than 8 out of 10 though, it's gonna need just a different flavor to it to kind of combat with that garlic, because it's a strong push of garlic. I thought it was gonna be less garlic and more cheesiness, but they did balance that out pretty well. But there's just a little bit more missing in there. I'm not too sure what it is. Yeah, it's just a lot of cheese and garlic, and it's like the same flavor recycled over again. It's missing a bit of something else to just flick it over that 8 out of 10 marker. But for now, it is at an 8 out of 10 for the wildcard option. So that concludes the food part of this video. The food was pretty good. I did like it. But this moves us on to the service part of it. And I was quite pleasantly surprised with the service in there. Mostly I'd like to first take note of just the ambience and how well decorated the restaurant was. It definitely felt like a cool place to be in. They had good signs up everywhere. They had some art. It just felt like a good place to be in, and it felt kind of homey. It didn't really feel like a foreign space. I definitely liked that. And then I just got the takeout, as you probably know. So my interaction with the staff was limited, but the person I did talk to, the attendant at the front, was very kind, very nice. complain. It's going to be a 15-minute wait. Apologize for it. That's not a big deal. 15 minutes isn't long at all. I think they might have been before that anyways. So definitely good service on that part. The parking is fairly good too. There's some paid parking nearby, but if you go into the restaurant, they have a QR code you can scan and you get 2 free hours of free parking at their place there. That it's in the Willoughby Town Center. So whatever they're under, you can get 2 free hours of it. So you don't have to pay for parking by any means. It's a little bit out of the way, the parking, but it's good enough and it's free. It's not a big walk. So the service was good. When it comes to an actual rating of the service, I'm gonna have to give this one a 9 out of 10. I was very happy with the service. I have no complaints. They were faster than expected. They were friendly. They were kind. The restaurant in there was actually great. The parking's a little bit out of the way, but it's free, so I can't hate on it too much. It's gonna stick around that 9 out of 10 mark. For me to bring it to a 10 out of 10, the service is a bit of a hard one. Somebody there usually has to go out of their way and say something a little extra, maybe bring me a pointer on the food, or just go a bit above and beyond type of thing. So otherwise the service was perfect. No complaints. Just a little bit that could have been like, you really know the restaurant, you're really helping, just that above and beyond type of thing. But for now, it's just a 9 out of 10. Very good. My last overall will be the overall liking of the food for my last one. And this place did surprise me. It was quite nice. The pepperoni pizza got itself an 8, I'm pretty sure. The Caesar salad got itself a 7. And then the garlic cheese bomb got itself another 8. So it was quite nice. I don't really have too many bad things to say by any means. The Caesar salad was just on par. The other two just were good enough themselves. You know, they got the job done and did a little extra, so they get that 8 out of 10. So my overall liking of the food comes out to an 8 out of 10. I have no complaints, and there is some definitely good qualities that this restaurant is able to show through their food. So if we take up all the things and add them up, we have 1 8 from the pepperoni, another one from the garlic cheese bomb, and my overall liking was another 8. So that's 3 8s, 24. The Caesar salad got a 7, so that is 31. And then the service got a 9, so it's gonna be at 40 here. That's quite a high ranking from previous episodes in this year. If you've seen, I'm gonna double check to make sure it is 40 and I did the math right, and I'm not just like falsely remembering what I said. Let's check. Oopsie, I did make a mistake. The pepperoni pizza was actually a 9. That's not my brain just like saying, oh, it's not as good as I thought. No, it is a 9. I just can't remember what I said initially. I just thought it was an 8, so it was a 9. The rating's gonna be up 1 more, so it's 41 out of 50, or 4.1 stars out of 5. So that is very great. They did very good. Yeah, it's definitely a good restaurant. There's lots of great things to say about them. So I'm very satisfied with the food and experience, service, everything I got. I would definitely recommend this to a friend. I don't see how some people have told me it's not the greatest. I think this is a very great restaurant, and it's definitely better than some of the chain restaurants. There's just the one location, them by themselves. It's good to support them. I definitely think if you want to and you're looking to try something new and you're looking for pizza, definitely go try them. They're definitely better than some of the chain restaurants. Yeah, they're a good restaurant. So the final score is 4.1 stars out of 5. Great restaurant. Thank you everybody for watching this video. This is my last video for my capstone project. Thank you all who maybe stuck along this journey and watched it. Thank you all. See ya.